Hello, welcome to the European Open briefing for Friday, August 26, 2016. I'm Selena Nicholas, currency analyst at XM.com. Let's look at what's going on in the currency markets today. So markets are pretty much sidelined. There's a wait-and-see mode ahead of a key speech by Fed Chair Janet Yellen. She'll be speaking at Jackson Hole later on. This is keeping the dollar down due to this big risk event. We had some data out of Japan. Inflation data was weaker, kept some pressure on the yen. And we saw oil rebound on news that Iran will be participating in an upcoming OPEC meeting. So let's start with the dollar. So the dollar index, we can see all throughout the week it was rising in anticipation of the speech by Janet Yellen. Markets were expecting her to sound a bit less dovish at this speech, and they're hoping that should give some clarity on the timing of the next Fed rate hike, especially since some regional Fed presidents recently have been speaking in favor of a rate hike before the end of 2015. Now, currently the Fed funds target rate remains between 0.25% and 0.5%. It remained unchanged at the last FOMC meeting in July, and the minutes of that meeting showed that policymakers were quite divided on whether to raise rates at that meeting. So that's why markets are quite eager to see what Janet Yellen will say in her speech today regarding rates and also about the economic outlook of the US economy. If we look at the dollar yen, it's been quite steady. Lately, we saw a bit of strength after some weak Japanese inflation data. National core CPI was down 0.5% year on year for July, and it was more than what was forecast for a 0.4% decline. And the national CPI figure also fell, although it was in line with market expectations. Oil saw a bounce. There were some news reports that Iran will be participating in the upcoming meeting of OPEC members in Algeria. The oil minister of Iran said he will be going to this meeting. So this was considered bullish news for oil, as it would increase the likelihood of an agreement to freeze oil production, because recently there have been some market expectations for an agreement to cap oil production, especially since Saudi Arabia had mentioned they were in favor of discussing this with Russia as well. So WTI oil rose today, just above $47 a barrel, moving off yesterday's low, around $46.77. Gold prices, they have been falling all week. Gold priced in dollars fell. So gold is actually sensitive to US interest rates. So if there's an expectation for rates to increase, this would reduce demand for gold. So, and if the dollar is expected to strengthen, gold prices would likely fall, as the two assets have an inverse price relationship. Looking ahead to today's calendar, we have some data out of the UK. It's actually the second reading of gross domestic product at 8:30 GMT, and we have also GDP data out of the US preliminary reading and the University of Michigan consumer sentiment. But of course, the highlight of the day and of the week would be Fed Chair Yellen speaking at Jackson Hole. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.